Where does your poise come from to allow you to come into a situation like this tonight and perform the way you did?
I would say my poise comes from my faith. I just pray, asking God, let your will be done in me and the rest will follow.
Were you praying?
I was praying.
How did your faith help you through these moments?
Just kept me calm and, we got the opportunity to go out and do what we were able to do, and I thank God for the outcome.
Our word today is champions for life. Zechariah 4 verse 6 says, not by might nor by power, but by my spirit, saith the Lord.
Raising a child, with godly ways as they grow, it will never depart them. And truly, we kind of drill them with that. It's the mindset.
The mindset. We train them that you can never fail, you can never be defeated, because anyone that has stopped and not, given up, that is a person that has given up. But the person that keeps learning and keeps practicing and get themselves better, that is a champion.
Throughout the recruiting process, as he was receiving offers, Pastor shared a vision. He said, I see Tua at Alabama. I'm like, Pastor, Alabama?
Are you kidding me?
No one from Hawaii gets recruited by Alabama.
A couple months later, we get the offer,
The prophecy that we prophesied over him was that kings shall come to thy rising. And that comes from the book of Isaiah 60. You will be ushered onto a platform, and it's a platform where you shall glorify God.
He said, go and win a national championship at the next level. You're gonna do it. And so we're seeing all his visions come to fruition.
I don't know how Coach Saban found me all the way in Hawaii from Alabama, so I just thank God he found me, and, we're here right now.
I mean, it's just amazing how God works, and we're witnessing all these things.
If you were to tell me that we were going to come back in overtime and win that game after taking a 15-yard sack, I would have never believed it. But it's only by the will and by the grace of God that all of these things have happened. And I think for me, I think God just needed to use somebody.
On the 2nd and 10, Tua rolls to his left. Tua hit as he throws. It's intercepted at the 40-yard line by the Georgia Bulldogs.
Well, the issue was we missed a signal. But we learn from those things, right?
Yes, sir.
Saban ain't gonna tolerate with anybody's, BS, and he's gonna speak his mind. My dad was just a split image of that.
We didn't realize until after Daddy passed away that it was like, truly, it is about the word, because, God has, orchestrated us and created us to be such, great champions in life. So to be able to witness Saban, for Tua to be there and for my brother to be able to witness Saban, it's almost as if my papa is alive.
And he has talked to me about that.
You mean more than the world to me, to me.
As a pastor, what I always want to do to the kids that my children bring them, I just want to bless them with God's blessing. I always want to speak life over them, encourage them, and just to be patient. As long as they stick with it, sacrifice your 3-4 years, for something greater that God have in store for you in the future.
This series is brought to you by Westgate Luxury Condominiums, now under construction and located only 200 steps from Bryant-Denny Stadium. Westgate features luxury units for the ultimate Alabama fan and catered tailgating for every Alabama home game. Learn more at westgateal.com.
Good grab. That's 1, 2.
You get this kind of wind in Alabama?
No.
All right.
I know.
Is it okay we throw into the wind?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, all right. There you go.